Welcome back to Guns Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to do a little video today about Butler Creek scope caps. Butler Creek's been around a long time, and they offer a few different variations, different styles of scope caps. And I'm going to show you the pros and cons of a couple different versions that I have. The traditional Butler Creek scope caps are like this. They are kind of a rubber material around the edge that goes around your lenses. This piece here is made of plastic, and it snaps into place like that. Okay, and I've used this style over the years for a while. The problem is, if you've watched my video on this particular rifle I have back here, I made mention about changing out scope caps. Here's the other one that I have, and it has this little knob here that's supposed to help you release the cover. Well, if you just saw, that came off. What happens is I've broke two sets of these. That goes there, and it broke off just almost instantly in a couple situations. I was not being rough. One time I just forgot to close the scope caps when I stuck it into my gun case here, and it broke. Matter of fact, one set I broke like within an hour of buying them. So not happy, and they could do much better than what they're doing. There's no reason for those things to break that easy. So after much research, I came across this other style they offer. This style, and this is called their tactical version. Matter of fact, it even says right here, Butler Creek Tactical. And this style here is completely made of that rubber type material, and it has a self-molded hinge here, okay, into the rubber. Now, these are much more durable. The problem is, even with these, and I hope Butler Creek sees this video, because even these right here, where it bends over, has started to give way just a little bit. And keep in mind, I don't use this rifle like all the time. This is my precision rifle, and I go out and use it some. So I don't use it a lot. So I've even heard mixed reviews about these when I got to researching, that even these in extreme cold had popped apart right here. And I can see why, because even these, now this one's not doing it. This one's fine. This one doesn't show any stress cracks or anything right there. But this one here has already started forming somewhat of a little bit of a little stress crack right in there. But let's go ahead and put these on. What I did was I took some alcohol on a paper towel, and I cleaned out on the inside to get any type of silicone or anything like that out. And then I cleaned the scope itself to make sure that there was no type of silicone in that. Now, these fit fairly loose, and what I did to fix that is I cut a Ranger band and I put on here. So there's some options for you to kind of tighten these up if you want. And then I just simply work it on over that Ranger band. You might have to play with it a little bit to get it to fit exact. And you could use tape or something like that if you wanted, but these Ranger bands work pretty good to do that. Let's see, let me get this all the way to the edge. If you'll go all the way to the edge here, it won't be so bad. And a Ranger band, if you're not familiar with that, it's basically a cut piece of inner tube. And they're used in the military quite often. That's why they're called Ranger bands. But you can then now work this up on it, and it's very snug. Alright, so let's do the back here. Again, going to take a little piece of rubber Ranger band, put in there. because these are much kind of softer rubber. They stretch pretty easy, so you got to be careful with that. But I like a scope cap so it protects my lenses on my high-end optics, whether it be red dots or anything like that. So you notice these are actually harder to close. You got to kind of work at it to get them to close. You got to kind of push them around, and they can come open. I mean, if they get bumped hard enough, but they come open like that, and then they flip over like that to hold them in place out of your way. And the back one does the same thing. You undo it, fold it over like that. But a little better option than the original Butler Creeks. I like the design of the Butler Creek, the originals, because they snapped in really nice. But they do tend to break easy, and I wish they would design something that would not break. With today's technology and polymers and Kydex type material and things like that, there's no reason why they should have these that break like they do. I know Vortex and some other companies have come out with some nice scope caps too that I may wind up trying to use, but they had just recently come out with these. I mean, the new Vortex I saw advertised, and I may have to give those a try. But anyway, just kind of wanted to show you that. If you hadn't seen the video about this rifle, you can find that. I've done a couple videos on it. Actually, I did one. It was my first video I ever did, and then I did a redo of that same video not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. But anyway, guys, appreciate your time. As always, like, share, and subscribe. If you like our videos, give us that thumbs up. That's always helpful and appreciative. As always, like, share, and subscribe. We'll be bringing another video shortly. Have a great day, guys.